Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time once again to circle the wagons because the Coon Prairie Ramblers are in the house. Ramblers are in the house.
Here we are.
I kind of messed that up a little bit there. Anyway, we got a special guest star here, the Rooster.
The Red Rooster.
The Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
I've been here before.
Yeah, and you got a green comb on your head.
Yes, it says vote for a Cinnamon for District 3.
Oh, a shameless plug.
Back by popular demand.
Yeah.
For what, Demel?
School board.
Yes, District 3.
District 3.
Your vote is appreciated.
Yeah. Experience counts.
Yeah, experience counts. That's our
Matters.
slogan.
Matters. Oh, matters.
Yeah, we better get that right.
What's the matter with that?
Yeah.
And we got Luke, the rebel without a clue over there.
Still clueless after all these years.
My goodness. And me, the affable, amiable, urbane man about town.
Urbane.
Oh, that's about town. That's Fort Elgin. A man about Fort Elgin.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's left of it?
All 300 of us.
Yeah.
If there's that many.
We got that many. Oh.
Goodness. Speaking of small groups, tell us about the Watermelon Festival yesterday.
Oh, man. You talking about small.
Not yesterday, Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah. The watermelon almost.
How small was it?
I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed to tell because it's telling on our community.
Uh-oh.
Our community. But, to be fair, the population was down.
The
2 years
population
ago,
was down.
it was okay. Last year, I didn't go. Oh, well, that was the cause of last year. I didn't go. And this year, it was miserable. But you know what? I think it all has to do with, when they harvest watermelons, it's this time of year. And I think this time of year is probably partly to blame for it. Late in May.
Why was the population down?
Yeah. All the snowbirds going back home. And frankly, I don't think it's really advertised that much.
I saw it on Facebook, but that's the only place.
Yeah.
Well, there was quite a few politicians politicking down there, but they weren't getting any voters in, and the people that were coming through were basically from out of town, or they were too young to vote.
Yeah.
But we got a handful of people that came by and got our free cookies. We give away free cookies at Cena's booth.
You gotta give them away.
You didn't bring them this morning, did you?
Buy them.
Right, and we even gave away dog cookies, and we had one dog come through, and the dog didn't even want the cookies, so that was kind of a bad sign. But
anyway. You know what? The only reason I was there was because I was drafted to come support Asina in her, at her booth, at her campaign booth.
Right.
Drafted or Shanghai?
Shanghai. Well, I was told by my wife, "You're going to be there.
You will be there."
And then my daughter, she was paid to go babysit at the Josh Schuneman tent, who's running for judge.
No kidding.
So it was because of the campaigners that we were there.
But the
watermelon didn't draw us.
Did you see a lot of out-of-towners there? You think?
Well, yeah.
Strange people you never seen before?
Yeah,
well, they told us, we'll take a free cookie, but we're not a voter in this county. That's what they would tell me.
That's how you'd know right there.
But,
there you go.
In defense of the people that were running the Watermelon Festival, we had the big wedding, from England going on at the same time. And so a lot of people stayed home to watch the big wedding. And also it was supposed to pour down rain. And so a lot of people didn't go because they thought it was going to rain out there. And a lot of vendors canceled because of that also.
It did rain. It just looked like it was going to rain. But
it
didn't rain.
Martin Moulton is the guy that's put it together. He does a good job every year, but he said on Facebook after the fact, people were complaining and talking about how bad it was, but in his defense, he said that it was like 30 vendors that didn't show up because they thought the weather would be inclement. So that's not his fault, but still.
Yeah.
And also the vendors that were there weren't getting any business. We had a couple right beside us that had a dodgeball thing set up, and they came from Fort Myers, and there wasn't anybody that came in there till about 11:15. I just felt sorry for them because there was a big setup they had to set up there, and so I went over and talked to them and told them that, that usually there's a lot more people come to this stuff, but
I do have one good thing to say about it. They did have Elvis there. He sang "America the Beautiful" when they brought the flags through with the honor guard.
Was that Eric Erickson?
No, it was Elvis. I mean, no, it was the real Elvis, but he was canned.
Well, the real Elvis. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was on.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you much.
And Johnny Shannon showed up with his harmonica.
Yeah.
With his harp.
Because there was supposed to be a talent contest,
Right.
and he was there for the talent contest, and he said, well, where's the big crowd of people, for the contest? And I said, well, you can go down there, but there's no people.
Yeah.
Anybody else show up to play?
No, he was the only one.
He'd have won.
He won.
First, second, and third place.
He said he makes some good money on those talent
He does.
contests.
He's won some state championships.
Yeah.
Johnny Shannon is good.
I said, can you retire and do? No, he
Can't do that. No, he's not old enough.
Well, kind of changing directions a little bit. My wife went
We're
to
going north or south?
this went south.
Oh.
My wife went to the baccalaureate services last night at the high school gym,
Yeah.
and there was only 25 kids or so that showed up, and there wasn't hardly any parents, and that is really poor attendance. When we went to school back in the 70s, we were required to be at the baccalaureate, or you wouldn't graduate.
Yeah.
But now, because of separation of church and state,
It's
they don't have
Yeah.
to attend things like that, and are not required.
And they're not informing these kids the importance of it, because they're not saying that it's important. And it is, the population is down. It was a big thing when I was in school, the baccalaureate. Yeah, because we had God in our church, in our school.
Yes. Well, at our church yesterday morning, we had a service for our graduates. We had 9 graduates from our church there in Fort Ogden, and so we had just about as many in our service as there was for the whole DHS service that Sunday night.
So they'll graduate this Friday?
Yes.
High school.
Yes.
Last day of school is Thursday.
Yes, they'll be graduating Friday, but people still attend that. I mean, they have to fight for the tickets and for the graduation ceremony.
That's going to be the Turner Center?
Yes, at Turner Center.
That's because there's no religious significance to that, and they're out to see their young'un. Yippee! And cheer for their young'un.
Hooping and hollering drives me crazy.
Yes. So I just wondered if the baccalaureate's going to go. Maybe at some schools they don't even have it. I don't.
Probably don't. You watch it; it'll disappear in our lifetime. When we graduated from the rodeo grounds, and your family was up in the stands, and we had to march across. We had like a wooden stage out there, and it was always raining and wet. And they put plywood out there, and you walked across that in the rain. There was no cover over us. We graduated in the rain. I'll send you a picture of that.
Back, you guys were tough. That was a tough
and wet. We were soggy.
But it's just not those two things. Luke and I was talking about churches in DeSoto County now. A lot of them are struggling for attendance, and just to stay afloat, you need members to your church to keep your church going. Mm-hmm. But there's a handful of churches that are thriving, and then the attendance at these other churches are just falling off left and right, and you wonder why it's like that. People bounce from church to church. You went to a church, you stayed there.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what the situation, but not now. If something happens,
I run into people like, I go to a Baptist church. There's a reason why I go to the Baptist church. And some people go to a Methodist church. Well, there should be a reason they go to a Methodist church.
Right. The doctrine should be what.
But I run into people, they say, they'll bounce from the Methodist to the Baptist, and then they'll go to the Presbyterian.
Church hoppers.
Yeah.
I call them grasshoppers.
Infestation of church hoppers.
You want to ask them, why? Why are you doing it? I mean, going from one denomination to another denomination.
Yeah. It's... Makes you wonder. Well, they're looking for.
If you're a Baptist, there's 8 principles. There's 8 reasons why you're a Baptist.
Well, we're gonna have to come back and talk about those 8 reasons in a minute and pick up on some more stuff, because I think we had done slap dab run out of time, so we're gonna have to
and run out of town too. Probably.
We're gonna have to do a little hopping ourselves. We're gonna hop on out of here, but we'll be back. We'll see you on the other side in segment 2.